So they're like, hey, let's put up a fight about it.
Yeah, so they fought, and then, I guess they got a better government.
Yeah. But...
Okay, should this event be labeled as a rebellion or a revolution?
Okay. I think it should be labeled as both.
Yeah, because it went from a rebellion to a revolution that changed America for probably the better, or better than it was anyway.
Which therefore changed
Canada.
Which changed Canada.
Because they weren't getting what they wanted, so they're like, hey, let's just do something so that people will change. So they're like, hey, let's put up a war between us and the British, and they're like, hey, we don't want to be under your power anymore, and then it started a whole bunch of wars and stuff.
Yeah, that led to our revolution and probably formed Canada a little bit, but we're not like America, which is probably a good thing.
True.
Yeah, and it turned into a revolution once things started getting better, because then it started to actually revolutionize everything. Everything started getting better, one by one. The rights and just the way people were treated, and slavery and child labor and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so
abolition of slavery. History.
Right. When is defying / fighting your government ever justified? Well, if it's a horrible government, go ahead, fight back, because it's probably not giving your country anything, and you're probably being more...
with Donald Trump. If people decide that, they don't want him anymore...
Trump.
If they don't want him anymore, they'll probably start to, raise... conflict about it. They'll be like, no, we don't want you to be our president anymore because we know that you're not good for us. Kind of like how they did under the British ruling. They're like, you're not good for us anymore, so we're gonna put up a fight over it so that we could be on our own, have our own rights, and you could do your own thing.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, next question. Is it different in Canada versus other countries?
I think it's different because Canada on its own is just so much more accepting
because
of the rules that we have today.
Yeah, our rules are probably way better than what America has and what is going to have.
Even in India and stuff, they probably have way stricter rules.
Yeah.
And in the countries where girls have to wear burqas and stuff, we don't have to do that here.
Yeah.
They have to cover their faces and they can't even leave their house without a male with them, and here women are independent.
Yeah. Though there's still some controversy going on.
Yeah, there still is, but back then it was so much worse.
Yeah. Women didn't get jobs, they stayed at home.
When Canada was first developed, it was kind of not as good as it is now, because they were just kind of getting into the groove of sorting things out.
Yeah.
So at first they weren't as good, but now they have freedoms and are different from everyone else because they're more accepting and they're more laid back with
and we were most of history's stuff, we're never really fighting a lot.
Yeah.
We were just kind of helping.
Yeah, we funded people, and we helped out a little bit.
Yeah, we were never the ones actually getting into wars ourselves. It's just since we are under the helping of America, we go to lots of wars because of them.
Yeah.
So it's not really Canada getting involved in that. It's more of just our army fighting to help.
Yeah. So we're mostly that person you call up that you need help with.
Yeah,
we haven't started anything.
Free.
We just
Yeah, we're pretty much conflict free. I think we try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
But I think that might change because of Donald Trump. We might get dragged into more stuff, but it all depends on what happens.
Especially because of the thing that we have with America, where it's we go and help them and they help us and stuff.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump as president, if he starts doing and getting into wars and shit, then we have to too. Otherwise, we need to cover it.
No, it's just one word.
Yeah. Okay.
But the other side of that is back then when we were just developing Canada. The British was our main help.
Yeah.
And still is our main help because the Queen, and the King.
But the natives didn't really like the British back then anyway, so they ended up wanting the French more because of that trading ritual thing that they didn't like, because the British were no, we just want to trade with you. We don't want this ritual stuff. And then they were like,
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to respect your religions,
Yeah.
and we just want to trade so that we can get all the stuff that we want.
Yeah.
And we're
The
just gonna
British
like
were
rob
greedy,
you.
man. Back then, they like stole everything from everybody.
Yeah, I think the British
They're like,
just
follow
were-
our rules.
The British were way over their heads, and I think it's good that like they ended up having to change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that having to share a country and like accepting the French way
Yeah.
and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Which parts of this war
No,
have the
no,
greatest impact?
What benefits and drawbacks in your life can you attribute to America's independence?
Well, I think some of the benefits are that we're so free today. Like we can do whatever we want. Like what,
Yeah.
no matter if you're like your race, your religion, or your sexuality, you can do pretty much whatever you
Yeah.
please.
Like we don't.
like unless it's
yeah.
not hurting anybody else.
Yeah, like we don't avoid people because of their race and stuff, and we're like really accepting. We're a really accepting country.
Yeah,
And
like-
America just needs to catch on to that. They need to ride our coattails, man. Like,
Yeah, like in America, like you were saying earlier, like some people would cross the street when a black person was on the same side of the road as them. But here, like I don't think we do that as much. We might
Yeah.
still, but we don't do it as much as
say
we would have
America-
if we didn't have
Yeah.
the rights that we did. Because I think everything worked out fine.